Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing good today. So in today's video, I decided to do a mini review kind of a series here on my channel. Before I used to do this, I kind of did only a video and then I stopped doing it, and I just thought I should do it more often because I am going to review for you guys products that I think that you guys might want me to review, and I'm going to keep it very short and simple. So for today's video, I'm going to review the Ordinary this is the new Ordinary High Coverage Concealer. Now this concealer is a new product from the Ordinary and I got this from Cult Beauty. So I'm going to put my review on this concealer, this particular concealer. Now this type of video is going to be an extra video for my channel where I'm going to put this, as an extra video. It's not going to line up with my other videos. That's what I'm thinking. Let's hope that I can keep it up. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you guys are new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you like the vibe here, you are not pressurized or anything. If you like the vibe here, just click on the subscribe button. I post makeup and skincare related videos here on YouTube. Thrice or 4 times a week I upload videos. So anyway, without further ado, let's get started. This concealer from Ordinary is marketed as a full coverage concealer. Now this concealer comes in a very many different shades. I really love the fact that Ordinary has so many shades for all different type of skin tones, undertones. Now this particular shade, I think they have like 36 shades. I am in the shade 2.1Y. Now Y resembles for yellow undertone, and yes, I have yellow undertone skin, and I am going to list all my concealer shades in the description box so that if you are near my concealer, in Maybelline, in L'Oreal, you guys will know. So that is why I'm going to list all my concealer shades so that it's easier for you guys to know your concealer shade in this particular concealer, in this particular Ordinary concealer range. So the claims of this concealer is that it's very high coverage concealer. Now this concealer retails for 4.90 £4.90. Now this is going to be around 500-ish. When you convert it in Indian rupees, it's going to be 500-ish. And when you get this from Cult Beauty, I also ordered like Inky List moisturizer with this concealer so that I get free shipping. I have already done a video on how to order Ordinary products from Cult Beauty without paying shipping and customs. I'll leave the video link in the description box so that you guys can check it out. So anyway, yeah, this concealer comes in so many different shades. It is a full coverage concealer. Now I'm going to show you guys directly the application of this concealer, and after that you guys can see for yourself how this applies, if this is actually a full coverage concealer or not, if it actually sticks to the claims that it makes, and if I actually like it. So yeah, I'm directly going to move on with the application process now. So this is how the packaging of the concealer looks like. To be very honest, I really don't like the packaging of this. It comes in this squeezy tube thing. It's kind of really hard to apply this concealer. It's not like other concealers, but I'm going to apply on this area of my under eyes, and you can see the coverage, how much the coverage is, and how this concealer looks under my eyes. So I'm just going to take a little bit. To be honest, I really don't like to take that much of concealer anyway, so I'm just going to take just that much of amount, and I'm going to put this across this area right here, because this is the part that I like to put most of my concealer. So I'm going to take a beauty blender right now, and I'm going to just blend this out. As you can see, it did cover up this area totally. It has a very almost medium to full coverage, depends on how much you apply, but I also want to show you that it kind of looks a little separated in this area. See that in this area it kind of is looking a little little patchy or separated. This is how the concealer looks like in this area. As you can see here, it's sinking into my lines here, and normally I don't like when concealers do that, but I mean, it's not that big a deal. But to be honest, it's not my favorite concealer also, because of the way it applies. I mean, it does give me that coverage I need, but it doesn't look that flawless like my other concealers, you know. So yeah, as you saw the application process, I always apply my concealer with a beauty blender. I tried using a sponge with this, like a brush with this. With a brush, it doesn't apply like nicely at all. With a sponge, somehow it looks good, but still, you know, it doesn't look that flawless under my eyes. I'm going to do my this eye the same way. So this is how the concealer is looking. As you can see, it definitely has given me that coverage, but as I said again, the application process, or it kind of doesn't sit that well under my eyes. Obviously it's not looking too bad, but it doesn't sit that well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put a little bit of powder on this area so that you can see how it looks with powder. I normally am someone who doesn't like to use powder when I'm using a concealer, but for this video I'm going to powder this side of my under eye, and with this side I'm just going to leave it just like that. So the powder I'm going to use is from Mars. I really do like this powder a lot. It is a loose setting powder, but yeah, this is something that I really do like. Normally I don't use powder, as I said, but if I'm using a powder, this is the powder that I like to use. So I'm just going to take a little bit on my beauty blender and just tap the powder in. So you can see that this is making my under eyes look a little dry. And this area you can see, even though it's creasing, but it's definitely looking a little hydrated. That hydration is there. On this area you can see that it's looking a little bit dry. Obviously it's set, it doesn't have that dewiness to it, but it's definitely looking a little bit dry. You know, you can see that dryness. Today I'm going to do all of my face, and I'm going to give you guys my review, my thoughts on this concealer. So I did my whole base makeup. Now I just kept it very simple, and I wanted to talk about this concealer. Now this concealer is a high coverage concealer. It claims to be a high coverage concealer. To be honest, I wasn't a fan of this ordinary concealer that much. Obviously it's not that bad. You guys saw how this applied under my eyes. It's not really a bad concealer, but it's not my favorite as well. I mean, I do have other high coverage concealer that applies really nicely, that applies really flawlessly. For example, I have the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. I think that's the name of the concealer. Yeah, so that concealer is really good if you want something full coverage. While this concealer, even though it is full coverage, it did cover under my eyes. Now also you can see I did not apply any eyeshadow under my eyes, and it has that coverage, but it doesn't look that flawless. It doesn't look as flawless as I want it to look. You know, it kind of looks a little patchy, it kind of looks a little dry, and if I apply a little bit of powder, it definitely looks very dry. So after like 5 hours of wear, this concealer doesn't look good at all under my eyes. It kind of separates, and that is something that I really don't like. So I just feel like this concealer is not meant for dry skin people. That's how I feel like. If you have oily skin, I just feel like you can get away with using this concealer, and maybe you are going to enjoy this. But for dry skin people, I just don't think that this concealer is the best option out there. And to be honest, ordinary is not easily available here in India, and to go out of your way to get this concealer, I just don't think that it is, you know, it is that good, to be very honest. Even if you have oily skin, even if you want a high coverage concealer, I just feel like the Sugar concealer is amazing. The L'Oreal Infallible concealer is also good. And yeah, I'm going to do a video on my favorite concealers, and this is not going to be in that video, because to be really honest with you guys, I did not enjoy this concealer as much as I thought I would. So I'll show you guys, as I said, I'll show you guys my under eyes after after 5 or 6 hours of wear. You can see how this looks under my eyes. It doesn't look that good, that flattering, and this is a concealer that I know I'm not going to be reaching out for that often, because I just have so many other concealers in my collection that I love more than this. And I have been using this for the past a month or so, and to be honest, I did not reach for this that much, and it's just that sometimes I will see this in my drawer and I'll use it, but that's about it. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. This was my mini review kind of a thing. I don't know if it's going to be mini or if it's going to be long, because I do know that I talk a lot. I just wanted to give you guys all the information that you need while purchasing a product. That is why my videos are so long. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys a lot. If you are someone who's new to this channel, who's seeing me for the first time, I am Arnakshi, and I post makeup and skincare related videos here on YouTube, and I post 3 days a week, which is Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 7 p.m. So make sure you hit that subscribe button if you like the vibe here, and also ring on the notification bell so that you don't miss out any videos from me. So anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.